How
Hello.
are you doing?
I'm doing great. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course. Clear.
Perfect.
Clear.
Thank you very much. But before we begin, let me ask you first, where are you now? Are you still in India? Are you already in Thailand?
I am in beautiful country of Thailand in Phuket and having a great time here.
Wow, very good. I mean, are you the first one to arrive? Have you met some of the candidates already?
Not yet, but I cannot wait to meet everyone. I mean, I just cannot wait for 16 to come. It's only like what, 3 days left, and I'm so thrilled.
Yes, we are very excited for you too. So let's go ahead and officially begin. And everybody knows you already, those who are following the pageant. But tell us something about yourself. Let's have a quick, just good to know you know right now.
Absolutely. So I am Manika Sheokand, Miss Grand India. And right now I am in a beautiful country and a beautiful city, Phuket. And I am having a time of my life. And I'm super thrilled for Miss Grand International to begin. Because I have been working and preparing for this pageant for, I guess, around 8 months. And the day I won it, I couldn't wait myself to start preparing for it and just dive deep into for Miss Grand International. And finally, my dream of representing my country on an international platform is coming true. So I am super thrilled, excited to meet everyone and to start this new phase of my life.
Very good, thank you. And we are thrilled for you too. And I know you're super excited to go ahead and compete. But aside from that, the experience is still the most important thing in the
Yeah.
pageant. But before we go ahead and continue and talk about your preparation, let's go back in time first before you compete in Femina Miss India. What motivated you to compete in Femina Miss India? And is it your first time or
Yes, this is my first time ever to participate in a beauty pageant, and it's
wow?
one hell of a journey, and I loved every bit of it. Well, I will tell that I am an explorer. So I was a chemical engineer. I did my MBA. I worked in a corporate sector, and then suddenly I decided that, I just want to explore a different side of me because this is something I don't see myself growing, in my life. I don't see myself 5 years down the line in a corporate world. So I gave a try to modeling and it turned out to be great. And then during the lockdown pandemic, COVID-19, Miss India audition happened. So I went for it and I gave my best and today here I am.
Very good. Congratulations. And was there someone that pushed you to join, that really motivated you? Because we usually have that someone that really asks us to try to join, or what a personal decision.
Yes, of course. For that, I would give the credit to my elder sister. She has been my best friend, my mentor, my guiding light, and she has always, held my hand in every step of the way. And if she wouldn't have had that, sowed this seed in my head, I wouldn't be here. So all the credit goes to her, and I'm very grateful that that day she said, "Do you want to try modeling or Miss India?" And I said, "Yeah, I can, I think."
And that is so sweet. I believe your sister truly made the right decision of pushing you to go into the pageant. And we know that Femina Miss India have two major titles, and these are Miss World India and Miss Grand International India. So when you were announced as Miss Grand India, do you already have prior knowledge about Miss Grand International? And what were your initial thoughts when you were announced as Miss Grand India?
So of course, I mean, Miss World is something that is, renowned, and you have been hearing from your childhood. So that was a bigger dream. But obviously, before entering the pageant, I also read about, what if you're announced Miss Grand? There is a possibility. If the team thinks that I'm best suited for Grand, then I should know about the pageant. And knowing about Grand is something, it's magnificent, it's grand, it's grander than life, and I was very impressed by the pageant and everything that happens in it. So I was excited whether the Femina team chose me from World or for Grand. I was happy both ways. So when I was announced, super thrilled and excited.
Very
Happy.
good. It's very, I mean, the fact that you are going to represent your country is already a great honor. So we're so happy to see you win one of those crowns. But let me just say that I personally think that Miss World and Miss Grand International are kind of very different pageants, to be honest. So, what made, I mean, how did you manage to make sure that you will be flexible enough that you are ready in whichever title you're going to get?
So the secret ingredient of beauty pageant is that you have to be yourself. And all I focused during my Miss India journey was I was presenting the way I am, the authentic Manika Sheokand. And I think that's when they thought that she will be a best fit brand. And then I was announced as that. And today I think I'm doing a pretty good job.
Of course.
So I have that, personality to be energetic and always talking and spreading positivity around. So I think I'll be great and grand. And I'm super
Very
happy.
good.
I have lived with her, and she's a super candidate, and I believe in her. And during my Miss India journey, I thought she was better than me while, expressing, and I was really inspired by her in many aspects. So yes, I mean, I was happy to be announced as Grand, and I was super thrilled that she was announced as Miss World.
Wow, that is so nice to hear. So thank you very much for that. And let me just say that the main crown of Femina Miss India is Miss World. So since you got the Miss Grand International title, I've always been, I'm not sure if you're watching my leaderboards, but some of the followers that I have from your country, they know that my most common commentaries that I always say is that I feel like Manika is more of a Miss World prototype than Miss Grand because Miss World is more of that very regal walk, regal look, while Miss Grand is more of that stomping divas. I mean, great catwalk on stage, very different. So my question is, how was the transition for you while during your training? I mean, was it easy? Was it challenging? Now that you already know that you're competing for Miss Grand.
Yes, so I wouldn't say it was challenging. I'll say that there's always, different personalities in one person. So I guess there was
Yes.
personality of Grand in me, and the team helped me to bring out that in the best possible way.
That's good to know because we are really rooting for India in Miss Grand. I mean, we do not want, we do not like gold in the past 2 years, but right now we really have high hopes that you could bring back India in the semifinals. Now, in connection to Miss Grand, the tagline of Miss Grand is "Stop the war in violence." So, in your case, how do you relate to the tagline?
I think that is a very common thing between me and MGI is that they also think that war exists in many layers and form, and I also advocate for a war that we have inflicted on environment. It's a kind of war that we are in form of air pollution, water pollution, toxic chemicals that we are releasing in the environment. It's a war, even if we cannot realize it, because war doesn't have to be, against nation or against each other. So I think with MGI, I would like to spread this awareness that we have to stop this war against our own environment, against our own Mother Earth, because our planet is nourishing us, our lives, and providing us so much. So it's time to give it back. It's time to save it from our mess and chaos. It's our responsibility, and we have to act as a responsible children of this planet.
Wow. I mean, I really have to commend you for that. I haven't really thought of it that way because when we say stop the war and violence in Miss Grand, we are usually focusing more on that wars, those bombings, those kind of battles. And it's great. It's actually amazing to see it in a different perspective, the one that you just mentioned. And that's actually really good. So I commend you for that. Thank you. I haven't seen that kind of perspective before. So I truly commend you for that. And is there, let me just ask you some questions here, but is there a queen previous queen that represented India in Miss Grand that you consider as inspiration?
I would go with Meenakshi Chaudhary because I personally have, in my initial phase, she gave me a brief view of her experience in Grand, and she did a really good, she presented India in a very great manner. I'm truly inspired by her because the team cannot stop talking about her. Fans cannot
Yes.
speaking about her, and she was a very strong candidate of her batch. And I loved her performance throughout the Grand, and I'm truly inspired by her enthusiasm, her sweet nature, yet portraying very strong and elegant at the same time.
Exactly. I mean, who doesn't love Meenakshi? I mean, she's amazing. But if you could share to our viewers the most important lesson that you learned from her, what would it be?
Some way, I mean, one of my mentors during my Miss India said that she is super sweet and she is as simple as, I am. But on stage, she was fire and her speech was beyond words. She spoke so well, so strong. That was an inspiration to us all. It's all about transforming yourself and
Exactly.
getting into the feel of grand or whichever pageant you are in. So if you're a sweet, simple girl at home, you can become a fierce and strong woman on stage. That's what I take from her.
Very good. Thank you so much for that. And my next question is, I mean, your fans are very confident. Those your supportive fans are very confident you're going to do well in Miss Grand International. But it would be great if it would come from you. So my question to you is, for the past 2 years, India didn't place in Miss Grand International. But the way you assess yourself, how confident are you that India will be back in the semifinals this year?
I cannot predict, but I am confident in a way that I have done my best. I have put in my 200% in my preparation, and I feel excited and thrilled to experience this journey. And that is all I'm thinking to give out the, represent India in the best manner and to just be my authentic self, and rest the organization will decide.
Wow, that's very beautiful. Thank you. And in all your preparation for Miss Grand, what has been your most favorite part?
Every bit of it. I mean, from my ramp walk to my personality to my voice training, my hair and makeup, I loved everything because I didn't take as a training just for the pageant. I took it as a lifestyle training. It will be with me for my entire life when I grow, in my life and I choose any career. It's gonna help me everywhere. Public speaking, expressing myself, looking all groomed up. So these are life skills. So I enjoyed every bit of it, and I cannot thank enough to Miss India team.
Thank you. And I have one question here. Someone asked us a question. So, in connection to your preparation, but it's up to you if you are going to share something. They're asking if you could give us a clue about the evening gown that you're going to wear.
I'll leave you to you guys to just guess of what kind of gown it could be. Let's play a game, and whoever wins, then we can decide a prize on it.
Thank you. I mean, let's just keep everyone excited about it. So, thank you.
That's it's
And
the excitement that we have on the finale day. I cannot reveal it. Otherwise, what's the
yeah,
point?
let's not kill the excitement. It's better that we are excited to see you come out during the evening gown competition. And do you also have this group chat talking with other candidates? And who are you excited to meet the most among all the candidates that you're competing with?
So we have a group of, all the contestants, and we are sort of in regular touch with each other for quite a long time. And I'm excited to meet them all. They are all so sweet. So, it feels like we all have this sisterhood bond now that we have made with each other. And I'm so thankful that WhatsApp is here and everybody has the access to it. So we can chat with each other prior to our pageant. But there in specifically, I cannot say a name because they all come with different accents, different personalities, and after meeting each other, we'll get to know who we get along most with.
Yes, exactly. And when you arrived in Thailand, what was your reaction? Is it your first time in Thailand? And what was your very first reaction?
Thailand was a dream destination for me for my vacation, and I was hoping to come to Thailand, sooner, maybe with friends or family. And when the announcement was made that the pageant is going to happen in Bangkok and Phuket, I couldn't contain my excitement. I called my mom and dad. I was like, I'm going to Thailand. I'm going to Bangkok, Phuket, and Fiji, and I just cannot wait to go there. So the moment I landed, actually not even landed, I could see Phuket, the beaches from the top, from the air, and I was so excited. And the moment I land, it was so serene, so beautiful. The weather is amazing, and that was a 1 hour long drive, and I enjoyed it. Phuket is super beautiful. It's very calm, and it's just soak it in and enjoy every second of it.
Definitely, you're going to have fun for sure. And since Miss Grand International is, in comparison to other pageants, is usually more on the swimsuit and evening gown competition. If you have to choose one only, which part of the competition do you like the most? Is it the swimsuit or the evening gown?
I cannot choose because the representation of different personalities of me, because since it is all about fun, energetic, and I consider myself as fun and energetic. And evening gown is all about presenting the elegant and the poised side of you. So I love both of them. They have a very different sense attached to them, and I cannot choose.
Okay, thank you. And let's go now on a more serious note. Why do you think you should be India's first Miss Grand International?
That would be like a dream come true. Who doesn't want their name to be written down in the book of history? So if I bring back this golden crown, it will be a history made by a sweet, simple girl from a small city in India. And that would be a dream come true. And I cannot imagine the look on my parents' face, the whole Miss India team who has worked hard. So, yes,
And
I
how do you
am
think
best.
Very good. And how do you think your life will change if your name will be called as Miss Grand International 2021?
I can just imagine right now my name being announced, but I think it's gonna turn like, I guess, 180 degrees, because after being crowned as Miss India, my life completely changed. My perspective changed, my thought process, the way I was changed, and I have grown from a young girl to a, more sensible woman. And I cannot imagine the change that will come along if I am being announced as Miss Grand 2021. Wow, that sounded so
Yes,
amazing.
this really exactly the moment you're just thinking about it, it's already exciting. So we're just wishing you the best. And before you came in, actually, there's already a lot of requests that we wanted you to have a mini introduction of yourself, as if you're already competing in Miss Grand International. You say your name and then that Miss Grand India introduction.
I've done that, but I'll do it again. Okay. Miss Grand India, Manika Sheokand.
Very good. Thank you very much for that, for allowing them to listen to your possible introduction once you go and compete.
Get more grand when I speak on stage. I hope.
Exactly. You're going to do well. You're going to nail it for sure. And now that you're already in Thailand, ready to compete in 3 days, what is the message to the people who are supporting you and will be supporting you until the coronation?
Well, I don't have enough words to thank each one of you who has supported me. I mean, I am grateful, and I used to be overwhelmed by the best wishes, the love that I was getting all throughout my journey and my preparation. So thank you so much for believing in me and sticking by my side. And I would love your support to be here with me the 4th of December and beyond, because I think I need it the most. Well wishes and love are never enough. So let it flow, let it coming. Plus, I would just have a small request because I need your votes right now. So keep on liking and sharing my picture on Miss Grand International page if you want to see me with Mr. Nawat and Teresa. So keep them going and thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And it's very important for the people watching us right now and to your supporters to go ahead and show their full support by voting, by liking your photos so that you could be able to enter into the top 10 and hopefully top 5 for that special dinner. Was it special dinner with the organization? So good luck. And just like I always say in my leaderboard recently, just amazed at all the transformation and the preparation that you did. I was even surprised at how you managed to do the transition from someone who is into Miss World prototype into someone who is ready to dominate Miss Grand International. So
Power of a woman.
exactly. So right now, all I wanted to say is I wish you the best, and we will be keeping an eye on you. We will be supporting you, and thank you so much for this opportunity for us to get to know you. And we're just super excited for you as you compete and bring back India in the semifinals.
Thank you so much, Alvin. I have been following you since my Miss India journey, and I loved your post. And you are super amazing in this beauty pageant. Thank you so much for supporting me and believing in me throughout Miss India and after that. So it was lovely talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you. This means a lot too. So thank you very much. Have a good night. We are now in the same time zone because you're in Thailand.
Yes.
So have a good night, and we will be watching.
Oh yes. Okay. Bye. Good night.
Thank you. Bye bye. Good night. And thank you, everyone, who joined us as well.